Although he is only the size of a chestnut, but he can monitor at all times. Elephants need to defecate almost every hour, and the quantity is enormous. In animal feces, naturally contains various volatile organic compounds. They will be detected by the dung beetle's antennae, accurately capture and identify. Dung beetles have been around since the era of the dinosaurs. So, their antennae, they can easily reach within a few hundred meters. They can even determine, based on this chemical information, to pre-select the type of feces they like. Once the target is selected, he will charge forward with determination. Transporting the dung ball is also an adventurous journey. The greatest threat is none other than the sun. The ground temperature during the African summer often reaches 60 degrees, and dung beetles wearing black armor and does not have good heat dissipation abilities. At such times, they will frequently jump in a certain way. Every time they walk a certain distance, they have to stand on the dung ball and spin around. This cooling method can only be detected through a thermal imaging device. Turns out, the dung ball he pushes stays cool at all times, as long as they stand still on the dung ball for a moment. However, spinning also serves another purpose. Using the sun for navigation. The position of the sun is constantly changing, and dung beetles always adjust their position to the sun. With this navigation, they can roll the dung ball along a straight line. However, once the sun reaches its highest point in the sky. However, during this time, he will not lose direction. Dung beetles can also use their antennae to sense wind direction. But the sun will eventually set. Dung beetles that haven't had time to finish their work, how do they determine the direction? During approximately 45 minutes after sunset, the polarized light in the sky becomes very strong. And polarized light, as light traveling in a specific direction, will continue to provide navigation for dung beetles, although the human eye cannot see this light. However, dung beetles are used to it. They can even do this on rainy days, continue using polarized light for navigation. And at night, dung beetles are active at night. We'll use another navigation system. The moon is starting to replace the sun as the GPS for dung beetles. However, the moon does not appear every night. And the vision of dung beetles not enough to see the faint starlight. But the galaxy, made up of billions of stars, can be observed by a type of dung beetle found in Africa. It is the dung beetle that is best known to humans today. This group of small and ordinary lives, guiding their own direction. And these amazing navigation skills, all thanks to their heart that do not yet have a brain the size of a sesame seed to accomplish it. Every dung beetle all enjoy rolling the dung ball proudly through the streets, because it's a way to display assets to the opposite sex. Of course, being too flashy comes with a price. However, this valuable inheritance as long as they have an asset, naturally, they will win the affection of the opposite sex. Yet, even without any females following, dung beetles also have their own minds. He is heading towards the air, releasing a mating signal. On the abdominal segments of the cockroach's abdomen, there are glands that secrete pheromones simply by using their hind legs to move these plates, floating towards several kilometers away. The female's antennae can sense the pheromones in the air, filtering out molecules that contain pheromones, completely powerless to resist. Before the female arrives, the male will guard his bridal gift. The male dung beetle's determination finally paid off. First meeting, they will communicate through touch, by touching their antennae to exchange their respective identity information, and have reached sexual maturity. The most difficult journey. Male dung beetles will choose places with loose soil. Female dung beetle standing on a ball of dung. By relying solely on its own strength, eventually it managed to dig a hole that was 1/2 meter deep. They will give birth to their only offspring here. The female will also place her own dung, adding it to the dung bowl for nurturing the young, passing it on to the next generation. About 3 months later, a brand new life will emerge from the ground. He will continue to search for dung using his sensitive antennae, fulfill the natural mission of a dung beetle.